XXL is a US hip-hop magazine that was founded in 1997, and every year since 2007, excluding 2008, they have released an annual freshman list. This list features the 10 up-and-coming rappers that they believe are the ones to look out for in that particular year. Now this list will be very subjective, in my opinion most likely won't be the same as yours, so let me know who you think are the best XXL freshmen in the comments below. Now there has been a lot of debate about how good the 2016 list was, so I thought it would be fun to have a look back and list the 10 best XXL freshmen in my opinion. This is CDTVProductions, and let's get right into this list. So we're going to start it off with an honourable mention section, and I'm going to put 2 honourable mentions on here, just because I came up with like a list of 12 rappers, and it was really hard for me to decide who not to put on it, so I'll do honourable mentions. For one of our honourable mentions, we have YG.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
So first I want to say, keep in mind, if I haven't included some rappers you love here, it's either because I have a specific reason for it, or because I haven't heard enough of their music to judge them. So I picked YG for my first honourable mention, who was on the 2011 list. Now a lot of people may think YG just makes standard brag raps due to his large association with DJ Mustard, but just give My Crazy Life a listen and you'll probably think his music is actually pretty dope. In fact, that album is actually being called a gangster rap version of Good Kid, Mad City by many people. Whether you agree with that or not, you can't deny that YG puts a lot of effort into his music, and he can also make some catchy ass songs when he wants to. And for our second and final honourable mention, we have Kevin Gates.
All my diamonds shine, cause they really diamonds. Bad bitches in line, they be really trying. They ask me if I'm high, I say really.
Now I haven't heard much of his music, but I love his Isla album and the song IDGT. That song always gets me hyped up and motivates me to work on my videos. He has some pretty dumb lyrics a fair amount of the time, as my subs have pointed out to me, but he still has pretty good lyricism while also doing most of his songs over hard banger trap style beats. He also always has catchy songs, such as his hits Two Phones and Really Really. He's pretty good, but sometimes I don't like the kind of gruff sound of his voice, but most of the time it works. Now let's get into our official top 10. At number 10 we have Dizzy Wright, who was on the 2013 list.
Hey yo, this kid in Australia said he idolized me. If you don't know why, then it's time to watch me. A young poppy with the confidence of Rocky in a boxing match. Early mornings practicing my rhymes, 13 rocking a stocking cap.
Now I love Dizzy Wright and got into him from listening to Hopsin. He's lower on this list because he has a few projects that I don't really care for, but his Golden Age mixtape is amazing and is mostly a nice throwback to 90s rap. And even if you're not a huge fan of his music, you can't deny that he has a really strong work ethic. There hasn't been a single year since 2010 that Dizzy didn't drop a project on, with him usually releasing more than one in most years. And it's not like it's just throwaway music. Most of them are high quality and he's a brilliant rapper. Like I said, he only has a couple of projects I don't really care for. Also, if you smoke weed, you'll probably love his music. He is a massive stoner. At number 9 we have Lil Dicky, who was on the 2016 list.
You can't even wanna wait the boy, cause the way I'm living life is a motherfucking joy. On some grown man I could've been a girl or any ethnicity up in the world, but I'm rolling with the top bag.
Now Lil Dicky is actually an amazing rapper for someone who makes songs that are primarily meant to be comedic. Most of his songs are hilarious, like Lemmy Freak, which sounds weirdly emotional but had me laughing so many times, and also similarly on Attached at the Hip, which is a song about him arguing with his dick about who's responsible for his premature ejaculation. He has some really kind of interesting concepts, but he also knows how to rap seriously as well. He showcases his technical skills as a rapper on the song Bruh, which has one of his most impressive rhyme schemes, and he also kills it on Who Knew. I personally love his music, and I think he was one of the best rappers that featured on the 2016 list. At number 8 we have Joey Badass, who was featured on the 2013 list.
Before the money there was love, but before the money it was tough. Then came the money through a plug. It's a shame this ain't enough, yo. Sitting back plotting, jotting information on my nation.
Now Joey Badass is a great rapper who clearly takes a lot of influences from many 90s rappers. One of my favourite tracks by him is a popular one of his called Paper Trails, which was produced by DJ Premier. It basically talks about money and how it can majorly affect and change people, and he has a lot of conscious raps, but don't think he can't spit as well. If you want to hear him just angrily destroy a track, check out Christ Conscious. It's still over an old school style beat, but his rapping over it is impeccable. Another one which I really enjoyed overall was Survival Tactics, which also had a great verse from the late Capital Steez. He's a great rapper and I'm looking forward to his next album and his future music. At number 7 we have Logic, who was on the 2013 list.
Yeah, smoking in London while the snow fall. In another country, so pardon me from the roll call. Damn, who would've thought the fan base was this immense? On the first fucking train in Paris, so part of my French show sold out.
Now I've done a video on Logic before, and I can definitely say I'm a big fan of his music. He's a great rapper who usually has stellar production and can pull off a wide variety of sounds. He can make hype songs, emotional songs, and even chilled laid-back 90s style songs. He also has very motivational songs such as the intro on Under Pressure, Welcome to Forever from his mixtape of the same name, and one of his most popular tracks, Mind of Logic. He usually has a rapid flow and his voice works pretty damn well with the beats he uses. Overall, he's a brilliant rapper, and if you haven't already, you should definitely give him a listen. At number 6 we have Lupe Fiasco, who was on the 2007 list.
We're all chemicals, vitamins and minerals, and Vicodin within the tubes wrapped around the arm. To see the vein like a chicken on the bond. Top cat chat, let's begin another yawn.
Now Lupe was included in the first ever Freshman list, which was released in the year 2007. He has been credited for being one of the frontmen in popularizing conscious hip-hop, which makes it unfortunate that a lot of people I know only know him from his song The Show Goes On. It's not unfortunate because that's a bad song necessarily, because it's not, but it's unfortunate because Lupe has so much more material and most of it is much more in-depth. One track that shows this perfectly is Mural, which is essentially 8.5 minutes of wordplay. It's actually a challenge to catch every single intelligent lyric after multiple listens. I definitely recommend his albums Tetsuo and Youth and The Cool. I haven't heard absolutely all of his music, but what I have heard has impressed me greatly. At number 5 we have Chance the Rapper, who was featured in the 2014 list.
Somebody pray for the guy, oh Lord, I wonder what Michael's on.
The Chance was definitely one of the biggest highlights for the 2014 list for me. If there is one word that could describe Chance, it would definitely be unique. He has a very interesting voice and uses it in very creative ways. He's also such a positive guy, and if I'm ever in a bad mood, I know I can rely on his acid rap mixtape to make me feel good again. Additionally, it is impressive as fuck how far he has managed to come as an independent artist. To this very day, he is not signed to a record label and has expressed his disdain for them on tracks like No Problem. For someone who has a reported net worth of $1 million, that is impressive. At number 4 we have Jarren Benton, who was featured on the 2014 list as well.
Dropout, I was so young, just so I could rap, damn, I was so dumb, had a cokehead, older bitch, I was so sprung, pop pills in, put a lot of dope in our lungs, damn, didn't mean to disappoint my mom, hit a couple licks, then throw away the guns, niggas doing time in the state,
Now I've talked about Jarren Benton in one of my videos before, and I think the fact that it is my lowest viewed video shows that Jarren Benton is one of the most underrated rappers out right now. I really don't understand why he isn't more popular. He has a ridiculous flow and kills everything he touches. If you've never heard of him before, I definitely recommend that you check out his project Slow Motion EP Volume 1. He can kill it whether he's talking about the emotions he's going through or just bragging over trap style beats. Also, on his earlier projects, he definitely had a Slim Shady-esque persona in terms of his lyrics and voice, but he manages to stand out. So many songs of his have made me laugh out loud just because of his exaggerated and over-the-top lyrics, and I've never heard a bad album from him. Hopefully if you haven't heard of him, you'll check him out. I promise it's worth it. At number 3 we have J. Cole, who was featured on the 2010 list.
And we are. Got me up all night. And we are.
Now while I wasn't a massive fan of J. Cole's most recent project, I still love most of what he has out there. 2014 Forest Hills Drive has to be one of my favourite albums at the moment, and all the tracks on it stand out. I think it's great how he can be a conscious rapper but can still push through to the mainstream with tracks like Wet Dreams and Crooked Smile. I love his production choice, which is usually some really nice melodic beats. My favourite tracks from him at the moment are Power Trip, A Tale of Two Cities, Immortal, and Let Nas Down. He's definitely one of the bigger artists in the game right now. With 2014 14 Forest Hills Drive going double platinum with no features. And his most recent effort, For Your Eyes Only, is projected to sell between 400,000 and 500,000 copies in the first week, which is massive. At number 2, we have Hopsin, who was featured on the 2012 list.
Please tell me what the fuck is wrong with these bitches. I'ma tell you right now, you ain't worth shit. All you do is sit at home taking selfies and post them like it was your work shift. Your gram is full of all these evil memes to niggas like you don't deserve.
Now, it's annoying that Hopsin is such a controversial figure in hip-hop, because I feel like some people will instantly lose respect for this list now, with me placing him so high. Now, while I can understand and agree with some of the arguments about his childish personality and some corny lyrics, I still think he makes fantastic music. Now, maybe I only love him so much because he was the second rapper I ever properly listened to, but his album Raw was amazing to me at the time I listened to it. I think the best way to see his complete evolution is to listen to Ill Mind of Hopsin 3 through 8, as these pretty much show all the different phases Hop has went through musically and personally. Also, recently he has been killing it with his most recent tracks. He's been using much more accessible trap beats while still maintaining a great flow and good lyrics. I really feel like his more recent tracks will appeal to a lot more people, and I personally love them. He will always be one of my favorite rappers. And taking our number 1 spot as the best XXL freshman so far, we have Kendrick Lamar, who was featured on the 2011 list.
Go Halle Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front.
Now, when I thought of this list, there was only one person in my mind who could come first. Kendrick is one of the best artists of our generation, and if there's one thing you know for certain about him, it's that nothing is more important to him than his music. Everything he does, he puts maximum effort into, which couldn't be more clearer than on his 2 most recent studio albums, Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly, the latter of which bridges from rap into multiple other genres such as funk and spoken word poetry. The best thing about him are the concepts and stories being told throughout his music. The aforementioned Good Kid, Mad City follows the story of Kendrick's childhood, talking about many of the issues from peer pressure to his childhood love interest, and then I've still to fully figure out To Pimp a Butterfly. Genuinely, every time you listen to it, you'll get something new out of it or notice something that you didn't before. Even his older projects such as Section 80 and Overly Dedicated are brilliant, and I cannot recommend his music enough. And that is why, in my opinion, Kendrick is the best rapper to appear on the XXL Freshman list so far. Well guys, that is going to be it for our list today. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? And we have just hit 17,000 subscribers recently, guys, which is mental. It's going to be crazy releasing this video to you guys. I hope you will all enjoy it. Like I said, I've been working on the Q&A. I'm also working on getting a bonus video out at some point this week, and it'll be a new kind of top 10 themed series that I'll be doing occasionally. So I am trying to get more videos out weekly for you guys, because I know 2 a week is quite low, but these do take quite a while to make, so it's kind of the trade-off there. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. This has been really great so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys would rank the XXL Freshmen so far. If you want me to see a video on who I think are the 10 worst XXL Freshmen from 2007 to 2016, just let me know in the comments below. I think that's all I want to say, guys. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. There's also my Patreon link if you want to support me there, but as I've said before, you don't have to. It's really not necessary for you to support me there if you don't want to. And thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Give the video a share, and hopefully I'll see you guys all in the next list. This is CDTVProductions, signing out.